This is Ronnie, your national ceremony.
Microphone.
Would you please do this in all of prayer? So, please remove all head here. God is reverend. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this blessed day, and just thank you for giving everybody the opportunity to come out here and to be able to see our scouts grow up and gain these awards that we have worked for so hard. Thank you for all the opportunities given for us to work for these goals, and just thank you for the upcoming events and the goals that we all have set. And thank you for these gifts and all that you're going to give us. In your holy precious name we pray. Amen.
We ask our troop committee chair, Chris Hart, to introduce yourself and the members of your troop committee.
I'm Chris Hart, committee chair, and my committee is Larry Lurch, Selena Webb, Tina Ward, and Tony Sutton, and Gina Pfeiffer, who is not here tonight.
Next, we ask our Scoutmaster, Chris Ward, to introduce yourself and your assistant Scoutmasters.
I'm Chris Ward, and Steve Goddard in the back, Tony Sutton on my left, and Chris Lang and Zach Simpson are not here tonight.
Boy Scouts can earn any of 134 different merit badges in areas ranging from art to whitewater and from camping to space exploration. To earn a merit badge, a scout picks a subject and reads the merit badge book. A scout develops his skills and knowledge when he is ready. His merit badge counts for testing. Today we are awarding a total of 50 merit badges. Call up each scout individually, announce their
Let our Scoutmaster, Chris Ward, join us in presenting the awards. Which one's presenting first?
All right. No, you're correct. We don't have anybody here, so let's do this. We'll do this a little different tonight. Normally we do it by each individual merit badge, but tonight we'll do it. I'll call up a boy, and we'll give that individual all their merit badges, and we'll just do it for each individual boy. So let's start with Cash White. Can you come forward? All right. So Cash is earning the geology merit badge and the engineering merit badge. Those are your first two merit badges, right? So let me explain for all the new boys. When you get a merit badge, don't throw this card away, okay? The patch is going to be sewed on a sash, but the card needs to be put in a book. I recommend, if you collect baseball cards, football cards, or whatever, buy those pages, and then save these cards, because the merit badge really doesn't mean anything, right? But the card does. So if you lose the patch or anything happens, if you have that card with the Scoutmaster's signature on it, it's as good as having the patch, and it doesn't matter what council says whether you earned it or not. You got the card, you earned it. So these are very important to hang on to. Congratulations. Brody Callahan. Are these your first two merit badges?
Yes, sir.
So he has earned geology and engineering. Daniel Lurch. Daniel has earned salesmanship, and that was earned through selling popcorn. And the swimming merit badge, which is a required merit badge, very important, right? They got you part of your ticket on the canoe trip, right? Congratulations. Hunter Lurch. So Hunter has also earned salesmanship and the swimming merit badge. Congratulations. Ethan Blanton. Swimming merit badge. Congratulations. Connor Hess. Connor has earned first aid merit badge and the swimming merit badge. Congratulations. Ethan Brewer has earned traffic safety and railroading. Congratulations. Destin Hart. Destin has earned the first aid merit badge, the swimming merit badge, and salesmanship. Congratulations. Ryan Ward. So Ryan has earned citizenship in the nation, which is a required merit badge, citizenship in the world, which is a required merit badge, wilderness survival, and salesmanship. Congratulations. Wilderness survival. When did we do that? Back in November? Was it November? Y'all remember? Oh, or was it? I don't remember. It was November, maybe. It was still fairly warm. It wasn't real cold that night. But we went out to Steve's farm, and the boys had to spend the night in the woods by themselves. I stayed up at the hill in the bunkhouse, and they were down the hill, out of sight, and they had to build shelters. Some of them built some pretty nice shelters. Some of them built shelters in a dry creek bed, which we talked about why we shouldn't do that in case there was a flash flood. But anyway, I don't think anybody slept in their shelters. They huddled around the campfire that they had built that night. They could only take what they could carry in their pockets. Okay, so basically I told them, whatever you can get in your pockets within reason, no backpacks, no satchels, nothing, just what they can carry. So they managed to get a fire built. They thought the coyotes were going to pack them off that night. They asked, why didn't you come down and scare us? And I said, I really didn't think it was necessary because those coyotes were so close, I figured they were doing a good enough job. So anyway, I think we only had one casualty that night, and that was RJ's shirt. We got a little too close to the fire, and it built into the sleeve. So anyway.
We went out and played in the field that night, so.
Y'all did play out the field that night. Hear y'all down there playing in the round bales that were out there and stacked in the field. So anyway, it was a good night. Go ahead and sit. So I've got two other boys that I need to award merit badges to, and they're not here tonight. And it's kind of important that we award these merit badges tonight, and I want to do it in front of the group because These are the last remaining merit badges that some of them need in order to qualify for Eagle. And there probably won't be another Court of Honor before we have an Eagle Board. So I want them to have these badges so they can get them sewed on. So when they go before their Eagle Board, they can have them on their sashes. Selena, if you would. Austin Willoughby, citizenship in the community, finally. Salesmanship, wilderness survival, personal management, and personal fitness. And that should be all that he lacks. It should be all right. And then James Ward. I don't believe, actually none of these are required. But wilderness survival, he earned the kayaking merit badge, as well as, and for those of you all that are interested, he also earned the kayaking patch to learn swim trunks if you so choose. Right? There's a whole different set of rules that you gotta, it's just, I think it's a one-page worksheet that you gotta answer questions for to qualify for that patch. It's like if you do the mile swim, you get the same kind of patch, but it says mile swim on it, that you can wear on your swim trunks. Kind of cool if you can do a mile swim. So, search and rescue, and orienteering. Right? Where's mine? Thank you, sir. Before we get on to rank, I have a few other things. And if I have missed somebody, just tell me. I have extra cards. And before you leave here tonight, as long as I can remember that, yes, you did this, which I don't think I missed anybody, but this is the coveted totem chip, right? So this is so we can carry a knife, or a hatchet, or use a saw. This is what Boy Scouts live to earn right here. So, I have Brody Callahan. Congratulations. Evan Edwards. Congratulations. Justin Hart. Joshua Stone. Congratulations. Noah Stone. And Daniel, will you come forward and take this one for your brother, Mac? So that way he'll have it, so he can have it when he gets home. He's going to be gone all summer, isn't he? So there you go. All right, now, I've got a few guys here that also earned the fireman, we call it the firemanship, right? And I'm going to read the back of this because this is kind of important, because Boy Scouts get to do a lot of things that normal kids would never do, right? Because you would never normally allow your son to have a lighter, right? But all of them should know that a lighter is not a toy, it's a tool. And it's a very useful tool. So it says on the back, I will take this card to my scout leader or other person designated by my leader and show I know the following. I have read and understood use and safety rules from the Boy Scout Handbook. I will build a campfire only when necessary and when I have the necessary permits, regulations that are required. I will minimize campfire impacts or use existing fire lays consistent with the principles of leave no trace. I will check to see that all flammable material is cleared at least 5 feet in all directions from fire. I will safely use and store fire-starting materials. I will see that the fire is attended to at all times. I will make sure that the water and/or shovel is readily available. I will promptly report any wildfire to the property authorities. I will use the cold out test to make sure the fire is cold out, and we'll make sure the fire lay is clean before I leave it. I follow the outdoor code and the principles of leave no trace. So my rule is they're not allowed to just start fires anywhere, especially at home. You know, they have to have their parents' permission. All right? Now, since my boys live on a farm, I let them build fires in the driveway all the time for practice. Right? But they always ask. And I think all of you all, you know, having this card doesn't give you carte blanche to just build fires whenever you want to. Right? There's still certain rules. And we never, ever play with matches or lighters inside the house, right? All right, so Destin Hart. Connor Hess. And Ethan Black. Now, up until the canoe trip, they had elementary requirements, but during the canoe trip, they all had to build fires. That was one of our primary things that we wanted done as soon as we got to River River Camp was get firewood. So, now, is there anybody else that went, do you have one? Okay, so I've got extras. Right, anybody that went the basic training as far as a tokenship goes that didn't get one? Did I miss anybody? Okay, and we didn't cover fire building at basic training. Okay, so that's why I didn't pass out. It was raining that weekend. It was not conducive to fire building at all. Right, it was conducive to mud. All right, son.
Next, we will recognize those scouts who have earned rank advancements. We would like our Scoutmaster, Chris Ward, to give rank patches to the scouts. The Boy Scouts of America recognizes your achievements by awarding badges of rank. The first three are Tenderfoot, second class, and first class. Next comes Star and Light. The highest rank is Eagle. Our Scout Handbook tells us that though you can advance at your own pace, active scouts will usually earn first class within a year. National policy adds that older scouts should advance at least one rank each year. The first award is Scout. To earn this award, a new scout must agree to live by the Scout Oath and Law and complete a number of other cycles.
All right, so then I have Brody Callahan, Evan Edwards, and Cash White. All right. Congratulations. Just come stand here real quick. Let's see. And everybody has a block down there on the board, except for Evan. Evan, there's your block.
Tenderfoot requirements offer a taste for other great adventures waiting you in scouting and can give you the basic skills you'll need to begin taking part in those adventures. You've met many challenges in earning the Tenderfoot badge and are to be congratulated.
Brody Callahan. Congratulations.
During second class, a scout must learn how to use a map and compass, how and when to build a campfire, and to safely use pocket knives and wood tools. Second class scouts have proven their abilities in camping, first aid, and swimming, and other scout skills.
Destin Hart and Connor Hess. Congratulations. Why don't y'all just hang out? We're going to do that. No?
The founder of Scouting, Lord Caden Powell, said that all scouts should earn in first class. Now you have tested yourself even more. You have tried greater adventures and practiced our scout skills many times. With your confidence and knowledge, you now have people will accept more of you, and you will expect more of yourself. You are prepared to be more of a leader in your patrol, your troop, and your community.
All right, so I have 4 scouts that have earned first class. I have Connor and Destin up here with me. I'd also like to have Ethan Blatton and Hunter Lurch. Destin. Congratulations. 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 So, I want to talk about first class scouts for just a second. So, that's kind of like a milestone for a boy in scouting. You really don't get to do a lot of cool stuff until you get to first class. At first class, you're supposed to be able to take care of yourself out in the wilderness without any adults, if you have the proper equipment. It is a requirement to go on all high adventure trips. You must be first class. If it's a BSA high adventure trip, there's another requirement. You must have completed the 8th grade or be 14 years of age. But there's a reason why you have to be first class. High adventure isn't always safe. Okay? It's just not. Myself, Steve, whether it's Zach, Chris, Lang, Tony, when we're out, we do everything we can do to make sure the boys stay safe. But part of that's the boys' responsibility, to be safe. And that was one of the things that they heard us preach the week we were gone on the canoe trip, right? Because we would do things that I say we, not me, but they would do things that just weren't safe.